Alright, so on today's roster, we're going to be talking about moves made by Nigerian players in the past couple of days. Of course, we're at the point of the year where the winter transfer window is upon us, and we do have a number of moves to get into in this one right here. Before we start though, a couple of things to say. First thing first, Happy New Year to everybody. Wishing you and your family a great 2025 coming up. And second part, condolences to Stanley Wabali, Super Eagles' first choice goalkeeper. Lost his mom coming into the new year. And that's just horrible right there for Stanley Wabali. Of course, he lost his dad not too long ago, right before Super Eagles match actually. And now dealing with this situation right here. So we definitely got to send prayers up for Stanley Wabali, just for him to have the strength to make it through this situation. But moving on, and the players we're going to be talking about, the moves we're going to be talking about, we got Sadiq Umar moving, we got Gift Orban moving, Daniel Daga and Sodiq Ismail. Those are the four players we're going to be talking about. Also, we're going to be talking about the Enyimba match. Enyimba do play in the CAF Confederation Cup tomorrow, and we will get into that a little bit. But first, please make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you very much. So first move we're going to talk about is a forward moving from France to Germany. Gift Orban moving from Lyon to Hoffenheim in the Bundesliga. So Gift Orban, a player that has been called up for the Super Eagles previously, has not had a cap yet for the Super Eagles though. He moved to Lyon last season, the middle of last season. He moved from Belgium to France. Really didn't hit the ground running over there. But the main issue with Lyon right now is really off the pitch. They've been having issues financially, and they're actually relegated, provisionally relegated from the French top flight. If they don't do some things right this season, they'll be relegated at the end of the season. That's how everything is right now for Lyon. And they've actually sold two other players or got rid of two other players outside of Gift Orban. And you even look at the price that he's been sold for, is way less than what they bought him for. I think they bought him for around 25 million euros. And here you're talking about 9 million with 3 million in add-ons coming to 12 million. So they're taking a loss from this deal, but obviously they got to get some things right financially. So that's why they're kind of having a fire sale right now with Gift Orban. And for Gift Orban, this is an opportunity to have a fresh start. Made that move. It's been looking like all the moves he had been making previously to this point, he had been really hitting it out the park, having great performances for the teams. But just this stop right here at Lyon, where things didn't go as were planned, and hopefully this chance right here with Hoffenheim is an opportunity to get things back on track for Gift Orban. Next up, we're going to talk about one that was reported today by Fabrizio Romano, and that is Sadiq Umar moving from Real Sociedad to Valencia. Both clubs are in the La Liga, and as you can see right here, Sadiq Umar joining Valencia on loan with the option to buy. So when it comes to Sadiq, this is a great move in my opinion. A chance for a fresh start, a chance to play, a chance to actually play week in, week out. Not saying that he is guaranteed playing time. He will have to show that he can earn the playing time, but when you move from a club like Real Sociedad that's always in the continent, well, in the past few seasons, they are always in the continent, always around that top of the log in the La Liga. This is a club that is playing for things, so they can't really afford to try to bring Sadiq Umar along like he should be. So going to Valencia, an opportunity to get more playing time, an opportunity to be more needed by the team. I think this is great right here for Sadiq Umar, and hopefully at the end of the season he has done enough for Valencia to say, you know what, we're going to pay that price tag to Real Sociedad and keep him on a permanent basis. So this could be a great opportunity. Loans are not always 100%. They're basically 50-50. It could go one way or another. We're hoping it goes the right way for Sadiq Umar from this part of the season. But truly and truly, loans can go either way. So we got to be also aware of that situation. We've seen players who've gone to teams on loan and end up not being used at all. But moving on, and we're going to talk about a move that seems to have stalled at the moment. Super Eagles and Remo Stars fullback Sodiq Ismail. Of course, he plays for the Chan Eagles. Actually scored a goal in the second leg against Ghana, the one played in New York recently. And he was supposed to move to Albanian side FK Partizani. Now, according to reports, he was supposed to have a medical yesterday, which meant that he would probably have been signing with the club yesterday. But last minute, another report came out saying that the move has been put on hold, saying that there's some details that the club has to figure out before they can sign Sodiq Ismail to the team. So for me, I wasn't too much a fan of the move when I first heard of it. I feel like with the Chan coming up, you have an opportunity to raise your profile a little bit. You're going to be playing in a competition that a lot of eyes are going to be watching. So if you can get a deal to go to Albania right now, just imagine after you put up a good performance at the Chan, what teams will be available for you. And also, the chances of you getting called up to the main Super Eagles kind of goes down a whole lot when you make that move to Albania. Because you look at it, if you go to the Chan, have a good performance, by the time you come back, we should be playing some World Cup qualifiers. Who knows what happens by then with injuries and whatnot. You could very much get a chance to make it into the main Super Eagles. But if you're in Albania when all this is going down, the chances are you're not going to be looked at. Now, the last move we're going to talk about for now, it's a move that we've previously talked about on this channel. Daniel Daga leaving Enyimba. We've talked about the fact that he has signed with Molde in Norway. So Daniel Daga was actually on loan with Enyimba. His parent club is a team named One Rocket based in New York. And he was on loan with Enyimba. I believe they said it was an 18-month loan with Enyimba. And the plan was always that once he turns 18, he will be going to Norway to sign that professional contract. And that will be coming up this month. So in a few days, he will be getting on the plane, going to Norway, signing the contract, and more than likely staying over there, training with the team with the hopes of getting into the first team. Now, the way I feel about this move, I feel like it's a good move. He's 18, he's going to a league that hopefully he could play in. He can get some consistent playing time over there and continue his development. And if the Flying Eagles qualify, we'll hopefully be seeing him at the next Under-20 World Cup. But moving on, and we're going to go from a former Enyimba player to the current Enyimba squad. Enyimba will be taking on Black Bulls of Mozambique in their next group match of the CAF Confederation Cup. That game will be played tomorrow, 5 p.m. Nigerian time. Tomorrow, Sunday, the 5th of January will be the date. 5 p.m. Nigerian time will be the start. Now, speaking of starts, Enyimba have gone off to a horrendous 2 losses and 1 draw in their first 3 matches of the group. They have conceded 7 goals out of those 3 matches and only scored 2 of theirs. Their last match was against Black Bulls in Mozambique. They lost that by 3-0, and now they get a chance to get a little bit of revenge in the return leg, which will be played in New York tomorrow. Now, this is definitely a must-win for Enyimba if they expect to make it out the group. Of course, the team is coming into the match with a new head coach, Stanley Aguma, at the helms of things. Yemi Olarinwaju was sacked. And for the new head coach, I'm thinking the first thing he had to figure out was how to get the team to play some good defense, to play some actual defense. And that would definitely come into play in this competition right here. They've looked atrocious so far, so good, just allowing goals left and right. So they'll definitely need to fix one or two things defensively going into this match right here, because I feel like this is a team with a whole bunch of attacking ability. They have so many good players going forward. They have some pretty good midfielders also, but when it comes to defending, it just makes the whole project look horrible when they have to defend. So that's definitely something that needs to improve, and hopefully Stanley Aguma gets a handle on that right there. But that being said, let me know your thoughts on all these situations. Put them in the comment section. And please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank y'all for watching. Peace.